Dumb motherfucker, what the fuck we gonna do now?
Hey man, I got some drums in the back.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Do it look like we can play some fucking drums?
Man, I can play the drums. Bullshit.
Man, I used to fuck it up at Compton.
Motherfucker.
That's bullshit.
Get this nigga some sticks.
Mic check 1 2.
They don't want me to leave. They all wanna have this beef, yeah. But it really don't matter to me. Oh, you got me twisted. You got me fucked up. You really don't know me, yeah. You got me twisted. Oh, you got me fucked up. You really don't wanna mess with me, yeah. All I wanna do is trust. Won't you let a little young brother fuck? All I do is chill with a lie. All I do is do a little electric slide on the YouTube streets, yeah. On the YouTube streets, you got me twisted.
Hello, how y'all doing? I thought I'd, tap in and say hello before I step out and try to, make some moves to continue to survive in today's times and the issues that we are dealing with as human beings on this planet. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to say hello to my peeps before I stepped out and do the grown man thing. You know what I'm saying? My son gonna start school in a couple of days, so I gotta cut his hair, with my left hand. But I can cut with my right or my left, so it's cool. I'm gonna cut him up with my left hand. Yeah. How y'all doing? Naturals in the house, Blue Rain 1804 in the house. Mojo, one of the funniest one-liners. I hope that I'm funny, but Mojo knows she's funny. She's the what's that lady name? Oh, bless her heart, because I used to watch her live when she came to my city. She used to come up to the college and perform once a year. You probably know who I'm talking about. She used to be with Rudy Ray Moore. What is her name? Well, anyway, you know who I'm talking about. From Sanford and Son, the lady that played Aunt Esther. She been in comedy a long time, back when she was looked like a bikini model. She wasn't always, an old lady. She was striking back in the day. Okay. That's the other version of You Got Me Twisted. There's a version with the rap, and this the radio edit. That's the radio edit. You Got Me Twisted. So Uncle Fester Leviticus, the bonnet master, still messing with us and lying about us. There is no us. But when she mentions my name, I have to rise. I have to rise like, I have to rise like the tide. I have to come out the bottle. I have to manifest like Candyman. It's just like scratching the mirror 3 times and saying my name or however it go. So when I feel like when my name is mentioned, you're asking for the free promotions. You're asking for me to come out and promote you again. You know what I'm saying? So let's have a change of scenery.
Welcome to His Lordship. So excited to have you guys on our this is a high-tech technology shift. Is futuristic. This will blow your mind. Again, welcome to His Lordship. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm really not the one. How many times I gotta say that? How do I gotta put it on like a granite monolith and put it in the ground in Fayetteville near the base? You know what I'm saying? And with fireworks and shit. Like every Wednesday at 12 o'clock, you're gonna hear a siren go off to remind you, Lordship is not the one, and people gather around the monolith and ask for forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Let me get Malia out the way so I can make room for Malaya. This person always say we're lying on her and all that. Well, let's hear, how can we lie on you when the words are coming out your own mouth? These are the words from your mouth to our ears. So how can we be the liar when it's your mouth? You said Nicaragua is not in Central America. You said that Mexicans date 12-year-olds. They start taking girls at age 12. You said that South Americans don't, even though South American citizens are predominantly Catholic, amongst other beliefs. They wasn't always that way, but predominantly Catholic. You said that these predominantly Catholic people don't care about domestic violence. It's normal. It's overlooked. You said that all Puerto Ricans are the same, all Mexicans are the same. You said that countries in Africa are just like states in America. They just call them countries instead of states. You said there's no embassy there's no American embassy in any other country but America. And I can say 10 more things. These came out of your mouth. You call yourself a teacher. You said you have 2 degrees, and you said that you are a prophet and a empath and a oracle. So when you have these self-proclaimed titles, you don't know when you say that you're highly educated and you're smarter than everybody, and you're always condescending and you always call people dummies, and you wonder why people are very they dissect everything you say. It's because you put yourself on a pedestal. See, me, I'm humble. I'm not the brightest guy on the totem pole. I'm not even on the totem pole. I wouldn't be at the top. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. But when you claim to be, then you have to rise. You have to live up to that. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what comes out of your mouth, not ours. How can we lie when we sit back and listen to you talk? These are your words, okay?
See, people would think that all of this that I went through is a negative thing. No, it ain't. It ain't a negative thing at all. It's what they think about me. It's not what I think about myself. My thing is, through this whole journey of what I've had to deal with and what I'm facing, I'm learning none of that defines me as a person, because when I get off these cameras, I'm a different person. They don't see that. They don't see my real life. They don't see what goes on in my real life. They don't see what it is that what I'm dealing with. My whole thing is, you can't crucify me because you are a man no differently than I am. You are not perfect no differently than I am. You've made mistakes no differently than I am. My thing is, I'm not committing no crimes. I'm not going against God. I am not doing nothing that is immoral. I am celibate. I am not having sex. I'm not doing anything illegal. My baby is taken care of. And I don't know where they're getting all these things from. But here's the thing. When all of the things I've shown, there's a reason for why I did those. That was my way of turning those into strengths. Because by me being able to handle these people trying to use it as a weapon and me laughing about it, that means you're not hurting me. So yeah, the rest of the world can sit up here and laugh at my flaws and my imperfections, and that's fine. But the people that are meant for me are not on this camera. The people that are meant for me are people that take the time to say, despite everything they put out there, they still want to be my friend. I still want to know you. Despite everything they put out there, I know what my truth is. And at the end of the day, I'm not a legio. I'm not getting on these cameras and explaining nothing. I'm just going to continue to move. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing. I'm going to continue to do my motivational speaking. I'm going to continue to do my store. I'm continue to write my book. I am not focused on this negativity, because there's a such thing as turning the left cheek. And that means this here: no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I am not going to allow anything that they did ruin my day or ruin my life. I'm going to continue to grow. I'm going to continue to research. I'm going to continue to be the best me that I can be, despite these people. Because at the end of the day, it is not about them. It is about me when I get on these cameras. It's about what I choose to stay in. If you don't like it, then that is your problem. If you're going to sit up there and dislike something that we're talking about that is of God, that shows you're demonic, that you are about the devil, because it doesn't matter who comes on here and speaks. If it doesn't apply to you, then what are you mad for? If this person did not say your name specifically, what are you mad for? Do you know how many times people said stuff about Black people and I keep on walking? It's called ignoring. If you know you are not a group and you are not of the world and you are not someone that is about all of these things, then it won't matter to you what a white person says about a Black person, because you're going to keep on walking.
You see how she switched the subject up? She do that quite often. It's like a Jedi mind trick. She be talking about one thing and switch it up and connect it to something else. But this is the media. Just like you're on TV or radio, you're on YouTube, you're broadcasting on the internet. This is broadcast media. Just because you don't see it that way, that's up to you. She don't even think this is worldwide, and a lot of people think the same thing. This, as long as your videos are up, there's a potential to 700 million or more people to see your video one day. It might take 10 years. It may never happen. But the opportunity for over 700 million people to see your video is possible around the world because you are on the World Wide Web. And the other day she said Civil she only put her book on Amazon. She didn't like print it or put it in a bookstore, so it's not worldwide or wouldn't be worldwide. She put her book on Amazon. Amazon is on the World Wide Web. See, I bet you she's one of those people who haven't typed a URL in a browser in like 2 or 3 years. Every time she looked for a website, she just types the key name into a search engine. I bet you she hasn't typed a web address in a long time. So she so she forgets about the www. The www stands for World Wide Web. So if you release your book on something like Amazon, which is worldwide, because it's on the World Wide Web, your book will reach more people than a bunch of bookstores across America. Now ask yourself, when is the last time you even walked into a Borders or something like that? Now, I used to get my import magazines from Borders books, but I'm not your average dude. But I haven't bought a book from Borders in a while, and the last book I bought was on the Apple bookstore, as a download. So that's my move. But when I need this special magazine on audio and video and photography, those magazines are easier to get in the bookstore because I like to physically have the book, the magazine at my person. But she tried to do a Jedi mind trick, and she always, whenever her argument is weak and she stands alone, isolated, she will use the word we and us. And when she's scared to be specific and single this fantasy enemy out that's doxing her and doing all kind of crazy stuff, she used the word y'all, because you don't have the answer to that, and there's always room for denial. Afternoon delusions.
Because you know you are not that. But the minute you turn around and you say, no, that's not who I am, you are that. Because you answered. You answered. Versus you saying, look, I'm sorry about whatever your issue is with Black people, but I'm sorry, I'm not that Black person that you're referring to. And you keep walking. If they continue to follow you, then it is no longer about that. People just want somebody they want to break. They want to destroy. They want to put down and make you feel less than what you are. They want to break your self-esteem and self-worth because they want to control you. They want to dominate you. They want to isolate you from the rest of the world where nobody wants to be your friend and nobody loves you and nobody cares about you because it's all about what they say. And what I say to you is I rebuke that. I rebuke everything that y'all said and I send it right back to you because everything you said about me is about yourself. It is not about me. I will never accept what you said because I don't care if everybody in the United States and around the world accept what you saying. And guess what? Those people ain't meant to be in my world. They ain't meant to be in my life and they don't need to be here. You don't need to be on my channel if you have a problem with what I'm saying. Get yourself off my channel. If you cannot handle what someone says, imagine what somebody can do to you. That's your problem. You're worried about what somebody says. So what? Somebody don't like you.
See, no one ever said that they did not like her. See how the lies just roll off the tongue? Lying to her is like breathing. You know, if the heart said to the lungs, you know I stopped pumping 5 minutes ago, the lungs would say, you a goddamn liar. You always lying, motherfucker. It's like she just lies so easy. Like it's like breathing. It's like second nature. Um, it took a long, long, long time before people start using personal attacks, like talking about her hair and stuff like that. That was not the game in the beginning. And me still today, I don't I just talk about what she says. I don't really personally attack her. And if someone does, that's their prerogative. I have nothing to do with that because we are all strangers. We are all working as individuals. She has pissed different people off, and everybody have their own reason to be disappointed with her. Not mad. Nobody hates her really. That's a strong word, but people are disappointed with such a bright lady who has a bright future. Unfortunately, she's self-destructive and ignorant. And when she got involved in the Nature Boy thing 2 years after everybody else, she had a lot of catching up to do, but didn't want to realize that. So she started lying to make herself relevant. She started using other people's material. She monetized 2 channels, and we have screenshots of donations on the super chat where she used Nature Boy name in every video, and she was using other people's materials, and all she did was crack jokes and make noise in the background. She didn't add nothing relevant to the scene. And calling the authorities, anybody can call the authorities. A child can call the authorities. It's only your opinion that calling the authorities in another country or your own city is something that's necessary. So just because you call the authorities, it doesn't mean anything. It just shows that you're on a witch hunt and you acted alone. You see what I'm saying? I'm not a private investigator. I'm not a CIA. I'm not an FBI. And I'm not going to listen to somebody tell me what somebody else said. And you're never going to hear me say, well, the FBI told me or the embassy told me. No, I don't do the third party information, and I don't listen to gossip. I don't listen to hearsay. You see what I'm saying? There are people that we pay taxes for people who are qualified to do these things and handle these things. So anyway, when she just mad because most of the time she's misinformed and she say a lot of things that are not right, and when people try to correct her, she gets pissed off and she blocks them. And if you're very polite and nice to her, she will block you too because she think that you're up to something. So it's her against the world. And when she don't have her way, and when she's so frustrated about being corrected, that she resorts to attacking children and death threats. So now you're going to hear her go off on her death threats for a minute, okay?
So what if somebody rejects you? So what if somebody kick you off their channel? Who cares? There are other things I can be doing right now. I don't have to deal with you. I don't have to accept you. I ain't gotta like you. I ain't gotta do nothing when it come to you. And you ain't gonna make me. You can't break me because my spirit is unbreakable. You can sit there and talk about my flaws, my imperfections, whatever. You still will not stop my shine, my growth, nothing. You can't break me. This is just a body. This is who I am. This is who I am. That's it. My mind and my spirit is what I am. And if you can't define me by that, and you can't judge me on that, if you can't judge me on my morals, my principles, my ethics, my critical thinking, common sense, common judgment, if you can't judge me on how I treat you, the things I do for you, get out my face. Because you judging me on what I look like is nothing that I care about. I don't care if you think I'm ugly, fat. That's the reason I did it. Because this does not define me. It is a weakness. that you think that you can exploit. It's not. It's a strength. And why? Because people actually have to get to know me.
But all we've seen is misjudgment and non-critical thinking. That's why we make videos. She wants people to think that we are assassinating her character and making fun of her looks. We all have looks. We all look different. We all have our challenges and our setbacks. We are all adults. It is very childish just to pick on someone's looks, but once we realize that they will never be reasonable and they will never concede to a fact and they have a bad attitude and they're very estranged, and you can see that down the road that they will never get right, then fuck it. We might as well have fun. And for those who like to make fun of her and her looks and demeanor, have at it, because, she's like, crazy, So, a long time ago, she put a curse on me. So I don't know how you act when somebody put a curse on you, but this is how I act when somebody put a curse on me. And then when you lie about me and spread rumors and gossip and put out my government name and a picture that I've never released, now you really got my attention. You see, I never use my government name. Every picture I put out is professional and it's deliberate. Ever since 1996. If you typed my government name into Google, you will not find one single picture with me standing in that picture by myself. There will be others in the picture, and you will have to figure out which one is me, and it wouldn't even be a normal picture. It'll be a picture from the press, like a magazine or a newspaper. That's how much I'm concerned with my privacy. So I have a history of non-negligence to my own privacy. She has a history of being negligent, not only to her own privacy, but friends, family, and people who met her online who tried to help her. She's played personal, private recordings and got a lot of views and bragged about it. She showed people phone numbers, including her boyfriends. She allowed her parents' phone numbers and stuff to come across the screen. And when her friends or her pseudo friends in the chat room, or people who was trying to be her friends in the chat room, said, "Hey, we can see your parents' numbers. Shut down the show and start over. Erase this video." She said, "I'm not worried about it. It's okay." So those videos exist of her being negligent. There is not one video that says, "Do not go to the authorities." There's nobody made a video saying, "Hey, LaTanya, we're sorry. Do not go to the authorities." That video do not exist. But there is a video that says, "Hey, go to the authorities, and hey, this is my name and address and number." But because she don't watch the naysayer videos, she'll never be caught up. She'll always be behind, and she will always be subjugated. But anyway, let's get back to her. All right.
It's not going to be as easy for them to use me as it would be somebody attractive that everybody's in their face all the time and they don't know who to trust. And they're only being looked at for what they look like. They're not looked at for the mental. They're not looked at for their hearts. Most people don't even care how intelligent a beautiful person is, because that ain't what your purpose is. Not in society. Your purpose is to sit pretty and be stupid. The strong controls the weak, but the smart control the strong. God made me a masterpiece. God made all of you a masterpiece. Some of you are masterpieces because when I look at you and I say, oh, she's so cute. Look at her. She's so beautiful. Look at him. She's so beautiful. Or he made you a masterpiece because you're intelligent, because you have a good heart and you have a good spirit. But you're not going to be both. You can't be both. You're either going to be one or the other. And at the end of the day, I would rather be beautiful on the inside with a good heart and a good spirit and a good mind than to be beautiful and vain, condescending, judgmental, selfish, vain, running around sleeping with everybody and their mama. I like being not as pretty. I don't like having as many options. I like just having one man in my life and my circle small with people who support what I do and love me at my best and love me at my worst versus having a bunch of negative people around me that's having me follow to the points of nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. You're sitting here doing something stupid because you're following the crowd. I don't want to follow the crowd. I'm an individual. I am not of the world. I don't want to be of the world. Why would I want to be of the world? Why would I want to be like y'all? I mean, y'all be ignorant, stupid, dumb, trifling, just stupid. You want to sit up here and do negative and fall off a bridge because somebody told you to jump. Every time somebody these channels tell y'all to jump, you jump. Y'all want to sit there and dox people, harass people, do all this other stuff because you.
Well, she's not being specific. So when somebody respond, she will say, I wasn't talking about you. You see? And every video, no matter what channel, no matter if it's a fake podcast or whatever, she says the same thing. She's very vague, but we all know, even if she doesn't know, we all know who she's talking about. Now, bring me the video where I doxed her. When she say y'all, there is no y'all. Everybody is an adult. Everybody makes their own decisions. Can't nobody see in her world people can be influenced and controlled because she control and manipulate and influence people. But where I live, we're all adults. We make individual decisions. We just, it is what it is. I want to do this because I want to do this. Maybe for me it was, my issue with her is legitimate. Her issue with Nature Boy is ridiculous. That's why she's in the way, because she's making him look like a victim, and she's organizing a witch hunt, and she's she don't know what she's doing, and she's one minute she's offering him fellatio, another minute she's calling the authorities. So it's very confusing. She's sending mixed messages. One minute she says she can have sex better than his chiefess and any other member, and then the other minute she's on the phone with the FBI. And then when she talks, she say we, as in her and Nature Boy. She says Nature Boy and I, and she's offered him advice more than once. When he said you should come down here and be minister of information, she giggled. She blushed. She sung a duet with him. She put the iPad up to her face and sung a duet with him. She owns all of his porn, including the women of Carbonation. She has all the pornographic videos of Carbonation. Not only that, she even had the nude pictures of the baby. She even has nude pictures of Eliana breastfeeding. That's why her picture is up there, because she's obsessed with this group. Yes, this group, people should spread awareness. This group is something that you should not join, but there's nothing illegal about being in a cult or having a cult. And there's nothing wrong with people in or out of a cult having sex, especially if they're adults. So let's get back to what comes out of her mouth that she says we're lying about. So everything she about to say is us speaking through her, causing her to lie about herself, I guess. I don't know.
Because you get on the camera and talk about me, who cares? Who cares you talk about my stomach? Who cares? This is flesh, baby. That don't define me. Defines me is my heart, my spirit, and my mind. So if you think this defines me, then you don't know me very well. Because most men do not date me because of what I look like. They date me because of my personality. They date me because I'm a good person, I'm a godly person. That's why. It ain't got nothing to do with what I look like. They date me because of my mind. They date me because they actually respect me.
I am not going to judge her town based. She do not represent Fayetteville, North Carolina. Okay? My father went to boot camp there. I was brought there as an infant, so my father could see his newborn son. I know some people online that are, I'm acquainted with some people online who are from her town, and she is not the face of Fayetteville. Okay? Please do not judge her town based on this lady. Now, they do rank 29. It may have changed, but they do rank 29 in education in the nation. So they're around 29 or 33 on the level, as top educated cities. But their universities are respected. But as far as general education in high school or whatever, they rank 29 in the nation. So maybe that's why she's not smarter than a fifth grader. Now, for some strange reason, she thinks when she says something about somebody else and what their opinion of her is, we supposed to take her word for it. That goes for anybody. Why would you take anybody's word for? Of course, you're going to speak highly of yourself. That's almost like somebody saying, yeah, my child is so smart. The other day, he microwaved his own burrito. I tell you, that boy is intelligent. The way he, make those little videos on his phone, I tell you, I ain't never seen nobody make videos like that. So you don't want to offend nobody, be like, he has nothing but time. He don't have to pay bills. He don't got to go to work. He can fuck with the phone all day. Of course, he can make a nice video. He's only 8 years old with a lot of free time, and it ain't hard to make a video with a phone. But yeah, you know what? You keep him on that. Make sure he pursue that through school. He gonna be all right. Yeah, you got you a smart little. That's what I do because I like to be respectful and polite, and I don't want to shoot nobody's dreams down. But this lady here, if she pulls another stranger in the room like Junebug, and she go, Junebug, tell him I'm a good mother. You always see me with my son, right? And then she thinks that because we can't see her on camera, that we can't see her winking at him. We can't tell that she's moved her position away from the phone closer to him to get in his face so he can say the right thing. Just like when she's live, we could tell when she gets up and look at the chat, and then she leans back away from the phone and continue to talk shit. So she keep escalating her bullshit and lies until somebody says something in the chat, and then she blocks them. So, but what kills me, the only thing that really irks me now is why ask a person a question in your show and you have them blocked and they can't respond. So because of that, we have to go to our own platform and make a video to respond because you ask these questions on your show to people that you have blocked, which is amazing. See, and I haven't called you one bitch yet. I haven't talked about your weight or your hair or your stigma in your eye or the mole under your nose. I haven't said anything about that.
That's why. They date me because of the things I do for them, the way I treat them has nothing to do with what I look like. See, I show the best to the people that love me. My mommy and my daddy and my baby and people who love me. Those are the people that get the best of me, not you. You don't deserve the best of me because you already think the worst of me anyway. So guess what? I'm just going to become the worst because I want your ass to hate me. I don't want you to like me. I don't want to know you.
Well, there you go. Nobody hates her. Not in that way, because how can you hate a stranger? How could you hate someone that you do not know? Only thing you know is what they present and what they show. And ain't nobody gonna dig in their pocket to spend money to find out information about her that she provides for free. That is ridiculous. She showed all of her accounts, her cash out, her bank account, her all her emails, all her mom's numbers. She showed everything. She showed her own home, her own job. She went live in her car and said, I'm not going to stop because it wasn't that bad and it wasn't my fault. I'm late for work. I'm not going to start. You hit my car. You're cussing out someone they can't even hear you. They had to chase you down and force you to pull over. You went live with your GPS on the screen so we all can see that you was merging on the freeway, your exact location. When you go live, it says Fayetteville. It's 50 degrees or 65 degrees in Fayetteville. You showed your own location. And now we know your mom's ringtone, because every time she call you, you get off the you get off live every time she call you.
I left the motherfucker with food. Dumb motherfucker, what the fuck we gonna do now?
Hey man, I got some drums in the
Let me search right quick and see if I can find the audio from the accident. That way we will know the truth. So I am searching to see. We ain't having it today. No. No siree, Bob. See how she listen? She listens to me. Now, if we can get these YouTubers to listen like that, it would be cool. Yeah. I'm looking. I don't know if I have it properly labeled. Yeah, just bear with me. I'm looking for the acapella right now. I know I have it here somewhere. I wonder where it be. Uh, maybe it's on my Dropbox. So we're gonna go to Dropbox. Box stems. Now I sound like her. Quiet. Quiet. Stifle, Edith. Well, you know, worst case scenario. If I can't find it, we could set it up a different way. Okay, let me find another way to do this. Yes, please subscribe. We at the top of the screen you can see my subscription goal. We just a little bit short of 1,000. Auntie Miracle B in the building. All hail Lordship. ALH. ALH. So I do think we could do it this way. Let's see here. I have Ableton Live up, so I think we could find it here. I'm going to look up the song Hit and Run. First, let me get all these people out the way. Yeah, let me temporarily get carbonation out the way. This has nothing to do with carbonation. Now, let me change the color of the software so people can see it better. There we go. Now you can see it a little better. But now I can't see it. Now I can't see it that well. Let's see. Anyway, now let's look up the song Hit and Run Dummy if it's still there somewhere. That song is so old. Yeah, that might have been done on my old computer. Yep, yep. Wait a minute. the Banya outro. So and so. Well, that idea didn't go well. We tried it. I can't find the acapella to the accident. You know, I got other stuff like this. I had to let that rock for a minute. Okay, I'm still looking. I'm gonna type in my sample search in the sample search. I'm gonna type in hit and run. Hopefully, yeah, that's part of my sample collection. What you heard playing, stuff I've done before and stuff that I may use in the future. The hit. Let's see, hit. I think we may find it. Hit and run dummy. There we go. Let's see. I hope this ain't the song though. Let me see. I think we have it. I think we have it. Okay. We found it. I got to figure out how to get it to play through the system. So, um, I hope it ain't the music though. It seemed like it's the music, and that would be a shame if it's the music. Maybe I know. Wait a minute. Let me type in dummy. I'm typing in Vox, another word for acapello. Now, if I don't find it under Vox, I give up. Okay, we're gonna go down the list and see if we find it here under Vox. All right, that means vocal without the music, as we say in the production world. So hold on. Okay, I give up. But we all know the truth. We all know what happened. Yeah, I give up. I can't find it. It's on a different computer. I think I made that song on my other laptop. Yeah, I don't have any songs on here that other than intro productions on this oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Yeah, nah, yeah. Forget it. I give up. Let's get back. Yeah, we all know the truth. Let's get back to it.
Because my faith in God will never waver. This is of titanium. You ain't never gonna break this. You ain't never gonna destroy this. You ain't gonna never do nothing because you can't destroy me. You can't do nothing because I am of God, and God will always protect me no matter what you put me through. God will be right here leading me. I am walking in the path of God. I am not walking in the path of you. I am not walking in the path of man. God leads, I follow. And wherever God take me to, I'm leading. I'm going. God led me here. I did what I was supposed to do based on God leading me. Now I'm leaving. And you are not going to keep me here. No, you're not. You ain't keeping me nowhere. God is going to keep me. That's why God told me to sit still through this storm, through this tornado, while y'all did everything that you did and don't do nothing. And I didn't. And I'm not going to. I gave it to God. Everything y'all did to me, all them negative feelings, I gave to God. God will deal with you. I'm moving on. And you can't make me do anything. I will never accept y'all in this negative situation, and you are not going to sit here and tell me what I am. You ain't going to tell me I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough, despite my flaws, my imperfections. You ain't going to tell me nothing. I love me at my best. My flaws are strengths, and you ain't never going to break me down. Not going to. You ain't never going to break me. Not at all. Because everything you throw at me, I'm going to throw it back at you. You throw the stones, I'm going to throw them back. And I'm going to hit you harder than you hit me. But them stones ain't going to hit me, baby, because I know how to duck and dodge every last one of them. God, for a second, stones that you thrown, I've ducked every single last one of them you tried to come at me with. Now, I am a queen. I am of greatness. I am a masterpiece that God created me to be. Not because I'm beautiful on the outside, because I'm beautiful on the inside. I love me at my best and I love me at my worst. And if you ain't additions to my life and you ain't making my life better, I don't need you. I don't want you. And don't you even think about coming in my life trying to make my life a living hell, because you are never going to make my life a living hell. No matter what you take from me, God will bring me something better. God has brought me so many opportunities since everything y'all have done to me. I could care less what you've done. I'm not retaliating.
Doesn't that sound like Nature Boy? If you're not additions to my life. And ever since she heard Eliana say, well, that being said, that was a new word. She started using that phrase, overusing that phrase. And, I believe her, because overnight she changes who she are. Like, within, like, she could shut down and go live again and she's a whole nother person. So, maybe she's a godly person now, or she's using the Lord's name in vain. That's more like it. She's using the Lord's name in vain, and I guess she don't think that there's a price for that. You know, the same way God will bless you like pouring a pitcher of water into a cup of water. That cup will not be able to handle all the water coming from the pitcher. And if there's other cups nearby, those cups may get hit with water also and get a touch of the blessings. Well, it's the same thing for blasphemy. There's the same, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing for using the Lord's name in vain. Not only you will be punished, but people that's standing close to you and next to you and near and dear to you may be punished also. So she says that she's a godly person. You know, maybe we should give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she went to bed last night and she woke up and became a godly person overnight. You know, overnight. Instant godly person. What you think? It's possible. Is it possible? Let's do some research about this godly person. I wanted to shut down by 2:30, but we ended up going into OT. So we going into OT just a little bit. But because she made those statements, I wanted to remind you of who we dealing with. I want you to have a firm, solid idea of who we are dealing with, and you can hear that straight from the horse's mouth. She cannot claim that we lying on her or anything like that, because you can hear the words come from her. This is how she feels. This is what she said. Now, for some reason, okay, for some reason they won't let me look at my videos as individual videos. So I don't know what that's about. But miss me with the technical difficulties today. She called herself a teacher and all this stuff, so a godly person. Let's go down her godly person list of godly things she has said in the past. Okay? Let's see how godly this person is. You know, she used to tease Medeva about her brain tumor. That don't sound like a godly person. So look, let's go down godly person memory lane. You're going to love this.
You gonna piss off the wrong person, you and your husband. And on Christmas Day, I'm not gonna say what year this is. I never know that. Somebody gonna ring out some bullets. One of them kids gonna get shot if you don't change your ways. And I am never wrong about my premonitions.
Anyway, shout out to Lurker. You know what I'm saying? Lurker, you know what I'm saying? She be doing her thing, and she got a good sense of humor. And, you know, sometimes I don't know if she be trolling or she be serious or a little bit of both. But whatever she doing, let her do her thing. Now, LaTanya, on the other hand, is full of shit. And you're going to hear her talk the same bullshit. Her and Lurker had a conversation on IG, so here we go. Somebody sent this to me. I don't subscribe to LaTanya. I don't know when she go live, so somebody sent this to me, so I'm gonna play it. So it ain't my fault. Somebody gave it to me. I didn't get it illegally. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gave this to me, and this is part of my investigation. So here we go. You got to hear this, and like I said, she think that she's vindicated. You know, Bambi mother be trolling too. Bambi mother be trolling her too. You know what I'm saying? Look, you cannot use people to validate you when we don't know what their credibility is. Just because you got a family member in the cult doesn't mean you're a saint.
If all y'all want females want to take your kids out and breed, let them breed.
Wow.
These toes will do grounding by themselves.
Exactly.
You hear me? So, but there is, I mean, all bullshit, all jokes aside, there is some stuff that we do need to discuss. And I know that there's stuff going on with the squad and everything, but I don't want you to feel like you are attacked, and I wish you would stop attacking.
I'm not trying to attack nobody. I'm trying to be attacked. I'm just defending myself. I'm just tired of being attacked.
A lie.
I'm not, my whole thing is I'm not against nobody. Here's my thing.
She jealous of everybody.
We're all trying to achieve the same goal here. I mean, I just feel like there have been other forces that in other people's ears that are saying things, and it ain't right.
The forces has been in her ear. Her dumb ass.
Can I say something to you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you have been attacked so much by people you don't know that you end up attacking innocent people?
I'm not trying to, and I can say yes, honestly.
What's
I can say honestly.
So
yes.
you've attacked people that are innocent because you've been attacked so much?
I don't know who to trust in this situation. I mean, the whole thing is I don't want to do none of this. I don't. When I say something, it's not that I'm attacking people.
You don't know the English language.
Like I said, when you're someone and they're
sometimes attack.
I'm not, because like I said, I'm getting received.
You can't warn people you can't warn people if you are bad. If you can't judge people's characters and you're terrible at judgment, how can you warn somebody of anything?
So when I went on live, I didn't say it to accuse you of anything. I'm saying it because I don't want nobody to go to jail because of this man. And
that's your opinion. You have no knowledge of the law. You have no knowledge of private investigation. You have no knowledge of you have no command of the English language, so you don't even know that you're being rude and disrespectful. Why would you even be online to subject yourself to this?
People coming to me and saying, what is going on? I'm like, I'm not going to put everything out there. But I'm saying, when I said what I said about the money, I didn't know how much it was. I'm like, let me figure out a way to do this to where I can get everybody to understand that
nobody is looking at you like a leader. You've never been the source of information.
That's what I'm basing it on. I'm not basing it on nothing else. But what I'm saying is, when I went with you, no, I'm saying
you have said that, Lurker. You have said that.
I did say that, but that's what I based it on. But that's what I based it on. I based it on plain.
You don't always got to say what you're thinking on the internet. Keep it to yourself. That's the way you stay out of trouble. Because what you thinking 9 times out of 10 is bullshit or sound crazy.
When they told me, because I asked them, I said, what can I do to get these girls home?
You're not going to have your
So
What can you do from your couch or your bed,
When I went to the authorities,
you ain't gonna be able to do nothing for your couch or your bed with the plastic sheets from your little town.
Is there a way to get home? Are we allowed to give donations? They said no. Because they were saying that they thought that they were scamming. So I said, okay, let me go online. But then whenever
They did not say they thought they were scamming. They said it could be a scam, and their information was for you, not the idiot that called them, not for everybody else on the internet.
Yes, we've had this conversation. I don't want to share every detail that we have.
I don't either. All I'm saying is I don't want nobody to go to jail.
When you're done going live, I want to discuss more what we have to discuss.
That's true. But I don't want nobody going to jail. That's all. I don't want nobody going to jail. And I want to make sure everybody understands.
You can't make nobody go to jail in your personal life. You can't even make somebody go to jail that actually did something to you. Why would you think somebody else would go to jail just because you think they might go to jail?
This is not a joke. This is not something to be taken lightly. Because all these people on here think that they're not going to get in trouble for recording all this stuff.
See there? All of these people think. How would her dumb ass know what other people think when she barely can think herself?
Anything that you do on social media that you post can be used against you in a court of law.
And if that's the case, then you should be busted for selling weed, for showing a naked baby, for threatening people, teenage children, etc., etc., etc.
What this man is doing is dangerous.
Because that's first-party information. It's your own camera, your own phone, your own live. All this other stuff is third-party information, hearsay, and you know, not enough weight to it.
And so, like I said, if it, and now all of a sudden, and see what really is irking my nerves is now that all of these bigger YouTubers are talking. Now
who's she jealous of?
That's my issue with it. My issue is we've been asking y'all to go to the police for months, for 2 years, and yet now you want to get on these plans and not say nothing, but you don't want to go to the authorities. That's my issue.
How many times somebody got to go to the authorities? It only take one person to go to the authorities. Why would everybody have to keep bugging the? Don't you know you can get in trouble for wasting the police time?
Now they want to go to these bigger platforms, and now they want to talk.
Right, because your dumb ass is ignorant. Nobody would want to talk to your dumb, ignorant ass. What the fuck they gonna talk to you about? You already harassing family members. You called Bambi's mother or grandmother, whatever. She didn't call you. You called her.
I think it's midnight your time.
Give me about 5 hours. Yeah, no. I got plenty.
We'll finish up the live and then
I got you.
I want to talk.
Gotcha.
But girl.
Welcome to This